Hello and welcome. Today we will see how to use ProfitQube to assist management in a business rescue case. I will focus on the remedies rather than the causes of the crisis, which, being different from case to case, are not relevant to this analysis. For those that are not familiar with ProfitQube, I suggest to watch my video, Transform Your Financial Analysis, with my integrated Excel enterprise model. You find the link here below. Our analysis consists of 3 steps: the 5 years original plan, the assess of the crisis impact, and the analysis of the recovery remedies. The company is a multi-business company with 3 divisions: production division, which manufactures running shoe 1 and running shoe 2, trade division, which buys and sells mountain shoe 1 and mountain shoe 2, and the services division, which delivers educational 1 and educational 2. This is the 5 years original plan, where we have a steady increase in sales for the period 2024-2028, an increase in net profit, and an increase in total net cash flow. So the scenario that we have seen now was prepared on the 1st of January 2024 according to the following planning assumptions: sales quantity percentage increase based on previous year, sales price increase based on market trends, production and trade product cost based on materials cost increase. The company adopts a make-to-stock production strategy. Selling variable costs percentage is based on sales volume, and the company applied an operating costs flat percentage increase. This is the synthesis of the financials that we just seen before. The revised plan is depicted from the 1st of April 2024, when the crisis impact appears. And the impact versus the previous year consists of a drop in revenue for the production and trade division from -20% to -5% in the period of April-December, both for domestic and export sales. A drop of 10% to 5% for revenue services for the period of April-December for domestic and export. Then a revenue recovery starting from 2025 of 5% and a 3% of customer unpaid for the period April-December. We will apply this impact on the original plan and calculate the new financials. Let's now open ProfitQube. This is the original plan. We are going to clone the file and create the plan as per step 1. And we open the file. We are now going to change the sales according to the new plan. Let's start with production domestic. From the month of April, we are going to decrease the quantity. We are going to apply the 5% increase starting from 2025. Both for running shoe 1 and running shoe 2. I will apply the changes for production export, trade domestic and export, services domestic and export offline. We are now going to apply the 3% of unpaid for customers in the function module allowances and provisions. From the month of April, for production domestic, trade domestic and services domestic, 5%. Until December. Let's now check the impact of the new plan on financials. We go to check and then we hit F9 to recalculate the worksheets. So we have a significant decrease in sales, in net profit with a loss appearing in 2024 and a consistent negative cash flow for the period 2024-2027 and a decrease in cash flow in 2028. Let's now see how we can mitigate this impact with the remedies we are going to apply. The new financials are significantly negative compared to the original plan. Management gives the priority to the cash flow, which is the more critical financial statement after the impact of the crisis. Before the crisis, the cash flow was positive for the period 2024-2028. After, the cash flow turned significantly negative for the years 2024-2027, becoming positive again only for the last year of the plan, the 2028. Let's now analyze the set of mitigation measures that are adopted to recover profitability and grant sustainability to the business. So we will start with the first measure, reducing the make-to-stock quantity to 70% from 100%. We will then have to tune period by period to grant enough quantity for the sales. The measures will be both internal, so that manage internally the company, or external, so getting some benefit from outside the company. We will go now to capacity planning function module. And we will reduce the make-to-stock quantity for running shoe 1 and running shoe 2 from 100% to 70%. I will do this action for all the periods offline. Let's now check the impact of the production reduction that we have applied to all the periods from 100% to 70% of the overcapacity. We go to check, and we monitor the cash flow. I hit F9 as usual. And we can see that we have a considerable improvement in the cash flow due to this measure we have applied. We now must be sure that every period for sales has enough capacity from the production activity. So we go to production domestic sales, and at the moment we have enough capacity for domestic. And let's check also the export. We are all good. We now apply the second measure, that is reduction in commissions from agents of 1% for production export and trade export. We go now to production export and apply the reduction to the commissions. From 5% to 4%. The same for trade export. From 5% to 4%. Let's now check the impact on the overheads. I hit F9 and calculate the worksheet. So we have a slight improvement in overheads and in net profit. The third measure is a reduction in freights of 1%. Let's now decrease the freights in production domestic. From 3% to 2%. Then in production export, from 4% to 3%. Trade domestic, from 3% to 2%. And last one, trade export, from 4% to 3%. We go and check the financials, overheads. I recalculate the worksheet, and we have a slight decrease in overheads and improvements in net profit. The next measure we are going to apply is the reduction in materials and finished products purchase cost of 2% from the month of June 2024. Let's now go into ProfitQube. We go to production division, to product cost function module. And from the month of June, we are going to change the bill of material for running shoe 1 and running shoe 2 with the reduction of 2% in the components. I will apply this for the following periods and following years offline. But before doing this, we then go to the trade division, in the function module, product cost and inventory, and we apply the same reduction in costs for mountain shoe 1 and mountain shoe 2 from the month of June. We now verify the impact of the costs reduction in the financials. Let's go to check and recalculate the worksheet with F9. So we have a benefits in the cost of goods and services sold, in the net profit and loss, and also in the total net cash flow. The following measure is the reduction of 5% in production overheads from the month of June 2024. We go to production division, overheads and absorption. And from the month of June, we are going to apply a minus 5%. I will do this for all the type of overheads and for the following periods offline. Let's now go and check the impact of production overhead reduction. With F9, we have an improvement and a reduction in costs, in the cost of goods and services sold, with an improvement in net profit and in net cash flow. Let's now apply the last two measures. We will get a forgivable grant, and we will get also a loan. Let's go to financials grants, and for instance, from the month of July, we enter 100,000 euros. Then we go to loans, and from the same month we enter 150,000 euros with an interest rate of 6% for 5 years, with a monthly repayment at the end of period. We now go and recalculate the worksheet and check the impact on the cash flow. So for the year 2024, we have an improvement in cash flow and a decrease for the following years because of the repayment of the loan. I hope this demo of ProfitQube business rescue case was of interest for you. Please like, subscribe, share and comment with any financial issue, questions or suggestions you have for me. And stay tuned for next videos to watch how, with the help of ProfitQube, we will analyze other scenarios. You can find the link to download the free ProfitQube and ProfitQube consolidation versions here below, and how to get 10% discount on full version. ProfitQube is available in 5 versions: ProfitQube Production Pro, ProfitQube Production, ProfitQube Trade, ProfitQube Services, and ProfitQube for consolidation. Download your ProfitQube today. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.